Come over here, babe. We are live talking about supplements today, what to look for in a good and bad supplement. Got Dr. Natalie in the back. And we're in Texas. It's freezing cold. Hey, Trudy, thanks for joining us.
Can you see the snow?
Yeah, this is not normal for Texas weather right now. So
Can't really see.
we had to cancel the clinic at the office. We have no internet, so we are using our phone cellular data. And we just want to talk. We haven't been on here in a while because we haven't had any internet. So we have not been on TikTok for the past.
We haven't had power, no water, nothing.
And so we're going to attempt to talk about supplements, what to look for in a quality supplement. Trudy, you're the first one here. Any questions on supplements? Anything we can help with? What are you currently taking? With a thumbs up, maybe. Hopefully they can hear us. Hello. Hello, user 51527. Can you all hear us? If so, give us a thumbs up. Just want to make sure the sound is on and that we're not talking to ourselves. We're talking about supplements today. We're talking about what to look for in a quality supplement. What to not get in your supplement. So I went to CVS and I just wanted to see, I haven't been there in a while and I never shop for supplements at CVS anymore. Because there was a study done in 2015 where the New York Attorney General went to CVS, Walgreens, GNC, and Target, and they pulled off 32 random bottles of supplements off the shelf, and they found something kind of alarming. They found that on the supplements they pulled off, only 4 out of 32 actually had what they said that they claimed, meaning the other 32 didn't have anything that they said they claimed. So there was no right materials. Like if they were looking for ginkgo, they had turmeric. If they wanted turmeric, they had another thing. So it was a crapshoot. And that's the bad part about this industry is that there's just so many different companies marketing, but you need to find a brand and a supplement company that's doing the testing. They're doing the verification for you because the most expensive supplement is the one that doesn't work. And so we partner.
I feel like a lot of times people will write off a supplement because it didn't work for them, but if they bought it from some retail chain and it didn't work, it could be because it only had 6% of what it claimed to actually have in it, which obviously is not going to be bioavailable enough to make the difference that you're wanting it to make. So finding that trusted brand is super important. We can kind of help you in that direction and show you what to look for in a good and a bad supplement.
Yep. Yeah, and just for any frame of reference, like if I was going to go buy a random product at the natural grocery store, I would look first for how much magnesium is in that product because magnesium is a commonly skimped mineral because it's a large molecule. So I learned this a long time ago is that when you're doing a multivitamin, you need to put in as little magnesium as possible to get some other, to get a full rounded spectrum because if you put the therapeutic amount of magnesium, which for men is going to be anywhere from 400 to 1,000 milligrams daily from food and supplements, or for women it's going to be about 400 to 800 milligrams daily. So your Centrum 1 a day, it's not going to have anything in there, and it's going to usually be in the poor.
It would be too big to swallow.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to put it all in there. So a lot of times when we recommend magnesium to people, their response will be, well, it's in my multivitamin, and that may be true, but it's not nearly enough. So the dosage does matter if you're looking for, certain effects from the magnesium, which most people do need.
Yeah, and that's why we always say if you're taking a multivitamin, you still need to take an additional magnesium because there's not enough in that multi to actually get to your therapeutic needs for both. So yeah, I always say foundational nutrition. Let's go through that. I think that's a good one to start with. Just without even knowing your history or your diagnosis, these are kind of like our foundational 5 or the Fab 5 supplements, if you will.
That everybody should take just for like health insurance purposes to fill those gaps, those nutritional gaps that there is, I don't care how good of an eater, if you're eating all organic and no processed foods, you're still probably not getting the nutrients that we used to get 50 years ago from our soil and the foods that are being grown, etc. So everyone should be on a good quality multivitamin.
The baby's awake and you'll mess up my puzzle.
Oh, he won't mess it up. Yeah, we're so anyone who just joined us, we're live at our home. our office is closed this week for the Texas snow apocalypse. So getting this much snow might not be a big deal to someone who lives up north, but for us, we don't have any power. We don't have any water. We just got water back on this morning, so it's been a little crazy. Anyone got any questions?
We barely have warm coats.
Yes, we barely have warm coats. Can y'all hear me okay? Amber, can you hear me okay? Thanks for joining. Altroid Loops, thanks for joining. Juan, thank you. Good to see you guys on here. Is anyone in Texas? Anyone here in Texas here today in the freezing
Hope
cold?
Everybody's okay.
Yeah.
You are. We are not made for this weather down here in Texas. Give us 100 degrees all day. We can do that, but not this freezing cold, icy stuff. I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize that Texas doesn't have snow plows. We don't have people that can go and salt the roads and the bridges quickly. So a little bit of ice is super dangerous for us. Not that it's not dangerous for other people, but it's very dangerous for us. The majority of us, although there are lots of big trucks down here, there are a lot of people that don't, have four-wheel drive or anything like that. So they're stuck in their icy, driveways aren't allowing them to get out, and a lot of the grocery stores haven't gotten shipments of food, or they've been without power for so long that their food has gone bad. So yesterday we braved the weather conditions to go to the store to get the baby some diapers, and there was no produce, no meat, nothing cold. Pretty much the only things that you could get were, boxed foods and
10 item max.
Oh yeah, 10 item max.
Yeah.
And of course, we had our kids with us, so they were putting their 2 cents on what those 10 items should be. Probably different than what we would want them to be.
Right. Yeah. So Amber just said, yes, I feel you. I'm from Idaho, and we handle snow well here. Yes, y'all do, and we do not. And so, yeah. But here's the thing I was kind of thinking about yesterday is we've all kind of, when we're in survival mode, you kind of take back your optimal nutrition. Like, I had a, literally, I was like, oh, did I take my vitamin D today? Did I take my magnesium today?
I know, we're worried about boiling water at this point, boiling snow on the stove top at this point, and I don't think I took my supplements the last 2 days because it just slipped our minds.
Yeah, we haven't had any hot water until today, which turned back on. So it's just been crazy. But anyone's got any supplement questions? If you're not from Texas, let us know in the comments, because I am jealous of you guys. And so, yeah, we have been shut down for a while. We're kind of going a little stir crazy in here. So I'm glad the sound is working okay. So what are we supposed to take daily? That's a great question. And without Fab 5, without knowing your specific health history or any nutritional deficiencies you may have, and I already assumed you were eating really healthy, I would say, hey, take a really good quality multivitamin.
That's number one.
Number one, add in magnesium.
Number 2.
Vitamin D3, K2.
Number 3.
Good quality probiotic.
Number 4.
Fish oil. I forgot fish oil. Unless you eat a lot of fish every single day, like a lot of salmon. If you eat salmon 5 times a week, you might be able to skip the fish oil.
So let's repeat those just in case.
Sure.
We got multivitamin, fish oil, probiotic, vitamin D3, K2, and then magnesium.
Yep.
Extra magnesium. Even if it's in your multivitamin, you need more magnesium.
Yeah, for anyone not listening or who came on later, we always advise to take magnesium in addition to your multivitamin, because magnesium is such a big molecule that you typically will not get enough magnesium in your multivitamin. And I think I know that magnesium is one of the biggest nutrient deficiencies that we all have today, because we just don't get enough magnesium.
And a side note about magnesium, I like to call it a zebra, because a lot of times magnesium deficiency doesn't appear the same from person to person. And so it can be missed or mistaken for something else quite often. So if you find yourself extra moody or not sleeping well, constipated, there's so many things that can tie back to magnesium. So you may be surprised if you just start including it in your, daily Fab 5 of the supplement choices that you're taking. It may clear up a lot of things that you weren't expecting it to.
So we got a question. What is a good, reliable brand? Have you heard of Swanson Vitamins? That's a Walgreens brand, right, Cass? Yeah. So again, I'm not too familiar with that one, but if it's if they have magnesium oxide in there, I typically will say go away from that brand or that product, because when you look for magnesium, for instance, this is how I judge a product is you look for the form of magnesium. So magnesium, but what's behind that word? So if it's glycinate or lysine chelate, you know, it's a very, you found it online. That's okay. Look for magnesium glycinate. That's kind of one of the most absorbable forms. I always recommend a blend of magnesium. I do magnesium malate, magnesium glycinate, and a little bit of citrate. Now, citrate in larger doses is really
have a laxative effect.
It's going to have a laxative effect. It's actually going to ionize or disassociate in the gut, and that is what causes you to go to the bathroom. Now, if you don't need that, taking the smaller doses is fine. And guys, I take a lot of magnesium. I literally take almost 1,200 milligrams daily for me personally. Now, I do this for a few reasons. I do the sauna a lot. I work out a lot. And as you sweat, you excrete magnesium. So athletes actually need more magnesium than what I said earlier. And if you're trying to get magnesium from food, it's hard. Let's go over some food sources of magnesium. So avocados, I just did a post on this, but avocados are a great, is it a vegetable or a fruit? It's a fruit. It's a fruit. It's got a seed. And so people actually will eat the seed, actually will eat the pit because it's anti-inflammatory. But did you know that an avocado has more potassium than a banana and is a rich source of magnesium? Other things to find magnesium are pumpkin seeds, cruciferous vegetables, chocolate. Yeah, I want to say that one last. I want people to just eat chocolate.
Dun, dun, dun.
So rich dark chocolate is
super dark.
Is a good source of magnesium. Almonds are another good source of magnesium, but it takes a lot of almonds to actually get the therapeutic amount. You actually have to eat 1,000 calories of almonds just to get the amount of magnesium. So typically, this is one of the things you need to supplement. So we always say get all of your nutrients from food, as many as you can, but some in the way we live, the soil that we have today, the way we eat, we just don't get enough. So we have to supplement magnesium and probably vitamin D for sure, especially during this pandemic. Oh, we got magnesium right here. So here's
This is a powder form, so you can buy capsule powder.
Yeah, this is a product that I like for sleep because it's pure glycinate. And it's not a blend, so it's going to actually be 300 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. And when you have the amino acid glycine, it's going to be very relaxing. It's going to help you sleep. If you have agitative muscles or restless legs
Or tension,
glycinate is very good for that. Or anxiety or waking up in the middle of the night, magnesium glycinate is a very good absorbable form. Hey guys, welcome. Any questions on magnesium? Any questions on supplements? What to look for in your supplements?
I've had a lot of patients come into the clinic with complaints of restless leg. That isn't truly restless leg, because we found that when we put them on a pretty good dosage of magnesium, it stops. So that is definitely something to try if you feel like once you lay down your legs are tingling or numb, or it feels like sometimes people tell me ants crawling on them, something along those lines. Try that. You might be surprised if you get a pretty good dosage amount. I would say 400 milligrams to 800 milligrams before bed.
How much you say?
400.
Yeah.
To 800, depending on how severe it is.
But start slowly. Yeah, even though these higher absorbable forms of magnesium don't cause that laxative effect, if you're not used to it, they still can a little bit. So just work your way up.
400 shouldn't be.
Yeah, I do 400 personally in a powder every night before I go to bed, and I also do my blend in the morning, so that's 600, and then I'm trying to get the rest from food. But I'm really stressed, like right now with the kids at home, I'll actually do. I'm always stressed, but I'll do a little bit more than that. So what's the opinion on collagen powders? Collagen is one of the
our favorite.
Yeah, hottest growing products in the nation. If you're
my favorite one.
You're getting favorite collagen?
Yeah.
So which one do you take, Cass? Do you have one that you like? So you can go to any grocery store today and find collagen. A couple things to look for in a collagen product is look for the peptides. So peptides are going to be the shorter chain amino acid sequence. Hi, Miss Quirky. So meaning the peptides are actually going to get absorbed a lot better. So if you're taking, say for instance, you take a whey protein powder. That whey protein powder gets broken down into amino acids. Amino acids are good, but if you don't want the protein and you just want more of these soft tissue benefits, like collagen, so it's a small scoop. Don't pour it in my hair.
I'm not, but I just want to show them how small this scoop is. So this is medical grade collagen that we like from Orthomolecular. It's already broken down into peptide form, so the molecular weight is really small and can be absorbed a lot easier. I know a lot of my girlfriends are big fans of the Vital Protein collagen brand because it's endorsed by a lot of celebrities that
Jennifer
they like.
Aniston.
But that scoop is huge because it is not broken down into that peptide form yet. So
No, they do have peptides.
well, it's still really big.
Yeah, it's still a bigger molecule than this one. But
And so anyway, this is a good amount to just put in your coffee because it doesn't take over the whole cup.
it's not
there.
a milkshake in your coffee when you just want your coffee. So that's this one. Yeah, a very, very small scoop. It's got the therapeutic amount. It's actually got 5 grams of type 2 collagen, which is really good for surrounding knee joints, elbow joints. It surrounds all of your articular cartilage. So intervertebral disc in your spine. Then type 1 is what a lot of the ladies are taking collagen for, which is hair, skin, and nails. And did you know that you lose 1% of collagen every year after the age of 30? So, meaning we're losing collagen at a rapid rate. So that's why this collagen market has exploded, because collagen is not something we typically eat when we eat meat. We don't eat the soft tissues. We don't eat the hides, the hoofs. And that's where you're getting the majority of your collagen from. So this is kind of, unless you're eating like a complete nose to tail carnivore diet, you're probably not getting the amount of collagen that you will be getting. So that's why it's one of those things that you probably need to supplement. We don't include in this Fab 5, but if you're looking to take your health to the next level, yeah, it'd probably be next on the list from the other ones we mentioned earlier.
Just on a side note, one of my really good girlfriends, she's a aesthetics physician, and I just read an article that she posted about how one of the things that ages us the quickest is losing like plumpness and firmness in our face. So a good collagen could definitely help with that to keep that firmness here, because we can fill in some of those fine lines naturally that way. But yeah, I really like this collagen. All of my patients that we've put on this have been a big fan of it. They think it tastes great in their coffee. It's not super sweet or anything like that, but it mixes well. And if you're not a coffee drinker, you could do it in like any kind of hot beverage, if you prefer that. Baby's awake.
Baby's awake. So we're all at home. We've been home, not from a quarantine, from the Texas snow apocalypse. So we're all home. The clinic has been closed. And yeah, we're just trying to survive. So if anyone, what brand is that?
Orthomolecular.
This is Orthomolecular Products. It's a professional grade brand. If you're in an area with like an independent pharmacy, you might be able to find it there. At your local doctor's office who maybe is into nutrition. It's a professional grade brand, so you can only find it at like a pharmacy or a doctor's office. We actually have a link in our bio if you want to support us, but we're not saying you have to buy it from us. You can find it anywhere that's convenient for you. But yeah, we have a link in our bio to FullScript. It's an online platform to professional grade brands that are, putting their stamp of approval. There's actually 23 human clinical trials on this product, on all these raw materials. So you're getting a very clean, very small peptide that's getting absorbed up to 95%. So that's a big deal in collagen. You want a smallest size peptide to get absorbed and actually stimulate new collagen synthesis.
I think one of the things that kind of gets missed too is that collagen should be really important if you're athletic. So if you are, somebody who likes to stay physically active, this should be part of your normal regimen for just some of that soft tissue regeneration, keeping the joints and cartilage and tendons and ligaments and everything nice and healthy.
Yeah, any athletes here, raise your hand. Thank you, Larkspur, for supporting us. We appreciate that. We just want to provide information. Can you send to England? Check I don't know, maybe FullScript does international shipping. If you check the link in our bio, if you put your email in there, then you'll get sent an email.
I think they do.
You think they do?
I'm pretty sure they do, but if not, send us a message and we can direct you hopefully somewhere else.
Yeah, hopefully we can direct you somewhere else, but that's a good question. What was I saying? I forgot.
About athletes?
Athletes, yeah. So one thing I'm terrified of is I'm a basketball player. I was a basketball player in my younger years, but it seems like a lot of my friends, at least 5 of my friends, after the age of 30, have snapped their Achilles.
Not doing anything crazy, just like jogging down the basketball court.
And so part of the reason is when you get older, basically if you're an athlete, you have tighter tendons. Your collagen starts to, we talked about you lose that collagen once per year. I think the power just went out. Did it? Sorry. We have some crazy power stuff going on in our home.
Here, let me open the window.
Yeah. Turn it off. I think in a glare. Okay. So anyways, you lose collagen around your tendons. And so supplementing with it, if you're an athlete, to support your body not getting hurt later is a smart idea. And so that's one of the reasons I do it. And I'm very meticulous now when I go out to play is stretch, warm up, foam roll, drink plenty of water because I want to have as much hydration in my collagen as possible. Because a lot of our patients, a lot of the patients that we see inside of our clinic, usually it's a chronic collagen issue because these collagen fibers, either in our elbow for tennis elbow or for an Achilles or plantar fasciitis, those take the longest to heal. Yeah, so if you tore your ACL last year, it's a good idea to take collagen. Of course, rehab, do all those things. Keep your glute medius strong. Those are all great things to do. So yeah, it's just another way to stimulate some of these collagen starting in your body. And you're 56. Yeah, I would take some then for sure. I would take some of this.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
Mama,
a lot of
I
the
need
studies
some
are
help.
the efficacy is based on at least taking it for 3 months or more, right? Like
Yeah.
Mama, I need some help.
Yeah, sorry, our kids are in the background. We're quarantining at home. But yeah, so good question. You are 56, tore your ACL last year. Yes, I would do collagen. And in addition to physical therapy, there's actually studies on this particular product itself that actually showed that when you did physical therapy and you added collagen, they actually had better results than just doing physical therapy by itself. So yeah, collagen can actually help with your therapies, with your injuries, and as a side benefit, you might actually get some skin enhancement as well because collagen is filling in those lines, it's helping the plumpness, it's helping the fine lines, wrinkles, the crow's feet, all the things that people spend money on now for Botox, right? And we're not saying there are any fish oils that don't leave an aftertaste. Oh, that's a good question. Cass, we actually have some videos after our live that I would like you to watch. I think 2-3 ones ago, we talked about fish oils and what to look for in a fish oil. This is a brand that you can find anywhere. It's called Nordic Naturals. Nordic Naturals is a very, very clean fish oil in the right form of fish oil. And it doesn't have a fish taste because it's a fresh oil. The other one I take and recommend is called Ortho Mega. And it's from Orthomolecular Products again, and it's a very clean oil. And they don't have any enteric coating on it because the Kesha capsule is so quick. Where a lot of these fish oils today, if you're getting it in retail at Costco, you don't know how long that fish has been sitting there on the shelf or in the crude oil barrels before that. So the Kesha capsule is a ratio you want to find as quick as possible. Like Nordic Naturals and the Orthomega from Orthomolecular are very quick. So they're about 3 to 6 months versus the industry average, which anyone have a guess is how long? It's longer than you think. It always is. It's 18 months to 36 months. So that's for other companies. That's how long their fish is actually sitting in barrels before they're actually being processed, manufactured, and sent to you in a fish oil capsule. So if a fish oil is bad or rancid, it's probably not a good oil because the last thing you want is a bad oil because a bad oil is actually pro-inflammatory, meaning it's going to be the opposite of anti-inflammatory. So fish oil is one of those things I always say spend more money on a good quality one. There's cod liver oil as well, which is a good source of fish oil. It does have vitamin A, vitamin D, etc. Trying to think of that brand that is a good brand at Costco. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so spend more money on a quality fish oil. Don't find the best buy on that. I did a video on that as well. It's 7 minutes long on YouTube. So check that out if you're interested in learning more about the fish oil industry and what to look for. Because there's lots of things to look for in a fish oil. I always say the 3 Ps: process, potency, and purity. And so basically you want a fish oil that is fresh, as soon as it's caught, put it into a capsule as quick as possible. But you also want it in the right form. Is it in the natural form that's actually found in food, like the natural triglyceride form, or is it chemically altered, right? So that's something to look for. Sorry, my phone is shaking right there. Thanks because I'm leaning here. Then also look for extensive testing on your fish oil. The fish oils that we're recommending are going through extensive testing, third-party testing, to look for lead, cadmium, arsenic, mercury, etc. Because fish I forgot to mention this. The smallest fish on the food chain is what you want: sardines, mackerels, anchovies, because they have the less potential for mercury toxicity versus like.
Problem without you.
Let me hold the baby.
He's worried the baby's gonna get his.
Oh. Yeah, we have 2 boys, and so it's always something going on here. This is baby Brooks. Can you say hi? You're famous. You say hi? He just woke up from his nap. We have no internet here, so we're just using our phone connections here. It's a snow apocalypse here in Texas. Anyone else here from Texas? Anyone else here from Texas? Thanks, guys, for joining. Any questions on supplements, food sources? I believe food is missed. Hi, cutie. She said hi, cutie. You say hi? You say hi? He's our eater. He eats everything. Avocados. What else do you eat? Everything your brother does not eat. He's going to be our linebacker, I think. So, any questions we can help with? Any nutrition-related questions? Collagen-related questions? Anybody here take CBD oil? Anybody like CBD? I don't have a particular brand I recommend for that. There's so many of them out there. But yeah, I hope you guys are staying well and staying warm during this crazy time. We might go live tomorrow if we have power, but we just want to hop off today because we actually have power. It's been rolling blackouts here in Texas for a very long time. Natalie, I think they want to see your face instead of my ugly mug.
Why? Was there a question or something?
No, they're just saying hi, cutie.
Talking to the baby, not me.
I need your help.
Was there any other questions?
Yeah, I'll be back. Come on.
What else did you guys talk about?
Collagen, fish oil. We have a new video on fish oil.
Yeah, we have a new video on fish oil. You can definitely check out. If you're not following us on, we're in the playroom. You can see all the toys in the background. If you're not following us on Instagram, go give us a follow. It's just Fredrickson Health. Is it Fredrickson Health or Fredrickson Health Solutions?
Facebook, Health Solutions.
Fredrickson Health Solutions. And Fredrickson is spelled Fredrickson. But we put a lot of good information out on Instagram. We also have a blog that's linked to our website. So if you like reading blogs, we have tons of blogs there to read some information on. Robert is really big on research, so he tries to include a lot of current research article links and stuff like that because we feel like that's important to kind of support what we're saying. So go give us a follow on Instagram if you're not already. And then also check out our blogs and information on our website if you're interested. Do you recommend anything for migraines? Actually, back to magnesium, it can be really, really helpful for migraines. Now, migraines are just kind of a more complicated issue because, you know, some people, they're triggered by hormones, some are food allergy related, but in general, I would say trying a good quality magnesium can be really helpful. Anything else that you can think of for migraines? CoQ10. That'll just help bring more oxygen to the area. So that can be really helpful too. What's the dosage for CoQ10 that you would say?
It just depends on the person. A good rule of thumb is if you're on a medication for anything thyroid, blood pressure, they're saying for every medication you're on, you need to increase your CoQ10. So that's by 50 milligrams. So if you're on 3 medications a day, you should probably look at about 150 milligrams of CoQ10 because some of these medications actually will deplete other nutrients like magnesium and like CoQ10. So that makes the need for more of those even more important.
And what about magnesium for migraines?
Yeah, so I would look at a glycine or a threonate. Those actually cross the blood-brain barrier, and those can actually help the reoccurrence of migraines. It can help the duration if you're having an active one. If you're a migraine sufferer, you probably already know that. Go back to maybe food sources for migraines for anyone. The common triggers.
A lot of the triggers,
cheese,
obviously.
Wine.
Alcohol, chocolate, unfortunately. You can do like a migraine elimination diet if you are thinking that maybe food is a trigger for you, where you basically eliminate all the most common triggers, which are really easy to just kind of Google, and then slowly introduce one at a time back in and kind of I always recommend journaling what you're feeling as you do stuff, because sometimes writing it down on paper kind of uncovers some things that you don't, you're not able to put those dots together otherwise. So to keep a food journal, do some elimination, see if you can identify some triggers that way, and then also include water intake, how much water you've had, how little water you've had, etc., because sometimes that can be a major tie. I think a lot of us are walking around chronically dehydrated and don't realize it. So there's that, and then
there's a big correlation of dehydration and magnesium deficiency, electrolyte deficiencies. So those are a big deal as well. And
then hormones too. If it's time for you to ovulate or menstruate, I would journal that in your journal entry, because sometimes you can start to put some of those pieces together too. This baby.
Thank you, Larkspur. What's your name?
I need help.
Thank you, Larkspur. So I think our boys are going to probably make us go. But if you guys have any questions, let us know in the video on TikTok. We are actually going live today to talk about a modality that we use in our clinic called shockwave therapy.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard of acoustic pressure waves, it's a really awesome tool that we have in our office. And basically, those acoustic pressure waves come out of a treatment head and deep into the tissue, a lot deeper than what like a hand or an instrument could get without the acoustic pressure waves, and it breaks down scar tissue and calcifications, as well as bringing extra blood flow to the area and generating some new cell growth for rehabilitation of an injury. It works best for like a really chronic injury that's not responding to conservative measures.
And it's going to be live on Facebook, so
we are actually talking live on our Facebook page later this afternoon. We're shooting for somewhere between 3 and 4 p.m., depending on if we have a blackout again or not, but hopefully 3 o'clock. If not, check back periodically between 3 and 4 Central Time. But yeah, it'll be a really good talk, I think. We also have a podcast if anyone's ever interested. Robert is usually the one that does the talking, but we interview different medical and healthcare providers in our, not necessarily in our area, but that we've come in contact with, and it can be all different kinds of topics, but we try to keep it kind of trending with what's popular or what's coming now. So the podcast is actually really good, believe it or not. I'm always surprised with how entertaining they turn out, because I do not give us enough credit. But definitely tune into that. You can tune into our podcast on YouTube or Apple, or anywhere where you can, I think Spotify too, anywhere you can get a podcast. But those are awesome. But today, Facebook Live, between 3 and 4 p.m., talking about acoustic pressure waves and how they can help with soft tissue injuries. But it's Mrs. B. Hello, Mrs. B. How are you? I know, he looks just like Big Brother, like identical, which is crazy because when the baby was born, he came out with like a full head of jet black hair. And so I thought, this is going to be the baby that looks like me, because his big brother looks identical to his dad. And then it never fails. Like a month later, he lost all that dark hair. It came back blonde, and he looks just like his dad and his big brother. So what's the pod? You mean the podcast? It's Fredrickson Health Show. Yeah. Fredrickson Health Show. Sorry, should have said that. So yeah, you can look for that on YouTube or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Any other questions before we sign off?
Turn on your show, Daddy.
Give you a few seconds. Thanks for being so interactive. That always makes things a lot easier when you feel like you're just talking to yourself. Awesome. Well, if you guys think of any questions, you can always message us or email us. Thank you. You're awesome too. Our email is fredricksonhealthsolutions@gmail.com, and we try to be really responsive there. So if you ever need any supplement recommendations or anything like that, we can set up a phone call. On our website, there's a link to schedule. You can set up a 15 or 30-minute phone. I think it says internet consultation, but phone call is fine too. Where we just jump on a phone call and kind of chat a little bit more in depth about specifics that pertain to you and what's going on with your health history, and contraindications and stuff like that. So if that is of interest of you, definitely go ahead and schedule or shoot us an email and we'll get you scheduled. Or if you have just any general, real quick questions, we're happy to answer those too. So awesome. Glad to hear that. Thanks so much. All right, guys. Well, have a wonderful day. If you're in Texas, hope you're staying warm. And if you're near Georgetown and you need some shelter or anything, reach out. We're always here. And as long as you can deal with the chaos of the kids, you're welcome here anytime. Okay, bye.